Noon rolls around, stomach pains start, can't focus on work anymore, you're hungry, and you don't have anything to eat. So what do? You go out and you spend money, or you go to the vending machine, or you order in and spend money. Well, it's a budget buster. Lunch can be if you're not properly prepared. And let's face it, we're not always properly prepared. So I have some amazing tips, beginner to expert level, on how to prepare yourself for eating at work or when you're away from like your home kitchen or not able to get to prepared good foods that you want right here for you. Stay tuned. And you don't want to see me when I'm hungry. I know how to fix it. Stay tuned. Before we get into things, don't forget to subscribe to this channel to figure out how to kill those budget busters in your life, and to like this video. Okay, so I'm kind of an expert meal prepper. I'm not trying to like toot my own horn or anything, but I've been doing this for a while. Before I worked on a college campus and it was hard for me to get off campus to go eat, I worked in office environments where I could just duck out and run through and get something, but it wasn't in my budget. So I was trying to get out of debt. Can't eat out when you're trying to get out of debt, especially for like a loser meal like lunch. It's kind of just a waste of money and calories in your rush, and you can't enjoy it, right? So I have pretty much perfected the art of eating at work, not being miserable about it, and also being prepared for the times when I'm not prepared, which is so key. I can't even tell you. So I'm going to tell you how to make a desk kit or a car kit or something like that for when you forgot your lunch, or you don't want to eat what you packed for lunch, or you need just a little something extra. I'm here for you. I gotcha. I gotcha. We'll start with the beginner aspect here. If you are currently a person who usually eats out for lunch, you can save so much money by instead bringing your lunch to work and eating it there. And I know some people do not like doing the leftover game, or it's kind of a tradition to go out to eat with people around the office, but I know it's costing you a lot of money, because I know how much money eating out for lunch costs. It costs you time in driving away. It is a cheaper meal of the day than dinner, but you can eliminate all of that spending and you can prepare lunch for the week for yourself for so little. Your first option is, of course, to take leftovers from the previous night's dinner. You can always make just a little bit more and then pack it up while you're making dinner or eating dinner and bring it to work the next day. If you're not a fan of leftovers, you might be a fan of the Sunday meal prep, which I am a big fan of. I currently have tacos in the oven, or chicken to make tacos in the oven, and what I'll do when those are finished is shred the chicken, add some corn and some black beans and some cheese, and put them in tortillas in little plastic lunch containers. I will stack them up 5 high in my fridge, and I will pull one of those each and every day, stick it in my lunchbox, bring it to work, heat it up, eat it. It's gonna be delicious. Now, occasionally there are days where I either didn't have enough food, I don't want the food anymore, that kind of thing. Or maybe I've woken up late and I didn't have time to pack my lunch before I left. Can also always do that the night before, stick it in the fridge, just grab it in the morning. I have done that sometimes when I know I just don't want to like make a lunch the previous day. And by the way, I rarely, if ever, do like PB&J sandwiches for lunch. I usually have like good hearty lunches. I'll bring like taco soup or chili or pot pies. I had pot pies last week, or chicken tacos, or just really good hearty stuff that you can kind of get excited about. And I'll also bring fruit and maybe some veggies along with, and some little snacks and stuff like that. I always have carrots and hummus at the office just so I can like, so good. So if I have forgotten my lunch, or in the case of last week, I burnt one. I put my pot pies in the oven in the microwave oven on Wednesday, and I accidentally put 20 minutes instead of 2 minutes. And I didn't notice for 10 minutes. So I had completely ruined those pot pies. They were awful. I'm very lucky that I didn't catch the office on fire. I have a backup plan, and the backup plan is what I'm going to teach you today. And it is a couple of drawers in my office. I have one main drawer, and then I have kind of a little box in my bookshelf where I keep kind of what I consider my emergency rations. So I keep shelf-stable food, granola, nuts, condiments, everything like that, so that if I ruin my food or I forget to bring some or something like that, I don't have to run off campus or to a local restaurant or something like that to eat and spend my money. So here are some of the things that you can keep in your office. They're going to be shelf-stable things that you can like make a quick lunch with real quick. It generally includes real silverware, because eating off of plastic is terrible, both for the environment and it's just not like a fun experience. Eat off of that. If you can, go ahead and bring like a plate and a bowl to your office. Eat off of real plates and bowls. I always bring cloth napkins. It really elevates the experience, and also you're not like throwing away paper napkins constantly and not finding them. So I bring all of that with me, and I also keep a supply of stuff at the office just in case I get hungry, or in some cases hangry. Now, one of my best tricks, because I am kind of a veteran meal prepper and I do have the habit already ingrained of bringing lunch to work every day, is to keep stuff at work that I'm not super keen on eating but will enjoy it if I do. And this keeps me from eating all the food before it comes time to actually have to eat the food. You know what I mean? So I've been told before that, you know, people have tried to keep snacks at their office, but they end up just kind of like mindlessly eating them because they're there and they're excited about them. So I keep things that I like to eat, but am not like super psyched about. So I get super psyched about the food that I bring as meal prep lunch to work every day. But if I don't bring it, then I'm perfectly fine with a can of Cajun red bean and vegetable soup from Target. I'm not gonna go out of my way to eat this, but when I do, it's probably gonna be pretty good. And it's actually kind of a treat, because this is not the kind of thing that I would normally buy for myself. I tend to pick these up on clearance when I see them on end caps at Target and stuff like that. So they're like good things that I wouldn't normally buy, but they're gonna be a good kind of different lunch. But at the same time, I'm not going to forgo the lunch that I prep to eat one of these. So I mean, this is like $1.50, and that looks kind of interesting. If I know people who swear by these, they keep them at their desk. I'm not super enthused about tuna, but I do always keep one of these and some crackers in my desk just in case. It's kind of like an emergency ration type thing, as well as kind of bars that I'm not super psyched about, but will keep me from like eating my coworkers, and all sorts of little like flavor packets for water, because sometimes it just, you need a different kind of taste in your mouth to keep you going. So between all of this stuff and my normal meal prep, or even if I forget my normal meal prep, I don't have to leave work, which means I'm not losing out on additional money. I'm not losing out on hours. I also don't have to walk the half mile to my parking spot and back and try to fight lunchtime traffic. I am always on campus for lunch. So I'm covered and I am good with all of these things. So I would love to learn what is in your emergency lunch drawer or desk. I did a Facebook post or an Instagram post on this a little while ago, and some of you guys told me that you have entire like shelves or closets with food that you keep at work, which I have to admit I am jealous of, but I would probably end up eating, because my strategy is to keep stuff there that I'm not that enthused about, and then just kind of bring good stuff every day. So I'll reach for like the better choice, but I still have it covered if choice isn't available. So I would love to hear what you keep in your office desk, if you have an office, or if you always keep with you on the go so you have something to eat so you don't have to eat out, because eating out is a huge budget buster. Thank you for watching this video. I'd love to know if you would like me to do maybe some meal prep video when I do lunches for the week. I did them back when I lived in Mina, where I'd show you how I've made a week's worth of lunches in one batch. And I'm happy to do that again if you'd like me to. So leave comments on that down below, and don't forget to tell me what is in your desk drawer as for food, or if you're lucky enough to have like a microwave or a fridge, what you keep on hand in the office so that you don't eat out. All right, I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Before we get into it, don't forget to like this video if you like lunch, and to subscribe if you want fun solutions on how to eliminate the budget busters in your life.